Welcome to the PM7000 configuration training video. First thing I'm going to do is click on Start and the Pronto.exe icon. The tip of the day is the first screen that is displayed. I will click on Close, and then the Startup Assistant within Pronto for Windows is displayed as well. I am going to click on Cancel. The PM Screen button is the selection I will choose, and it comes up and tells me that access to the COM port has been denied. I am going to review my connection settings now, and I will search for the COM port that it's connected to. It has found COM13 to be the FTDI USB serial port, which is the PM7000. My baud rate will remain at 921 kilobaud, and I will click on OK. The initial screen that is displayed is the main menu of the PM7000. All push buttons within this display have a help feature where if you hold the button down for 2 seconds, a window will pop up providing you with additional information on the function of that push button. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on this time date push button. Here is where you can set the time and date. You can review the amount of memory that's been available and the battery information. There's also a temperature sensor built into the PM7000 that will provide you with ambient temperature readings of the PM7000 during its usage. By changing any information, you simply click on that associated button, and up pops a window that allows you to change either the time, the date. Very user friendly. We will now click on the back button and review the help. This help button will provide you with additional information as to how to operate the PM7000, what each function within the PM7000 represents, and what it can actually do. Simply click on the Contents push button. Will provide you with a listing of all the selected functionality within the PM7000. By clicking on Exit, you exit out of the online help menu. This screen right here is a phasor diagram showing you the actual connection that is displayed and selected, as well as the voltage and current phasor diagrams. If you click on this, it will show you the hookup that has been selected, and you can review as to what may actually be wrong with this hookup. I've selected a single split phase configuration. However, the current that I'm monitoring is extremely small, so you can see that it is being displayed as a low signal. We'll now click on Finish, and we will go to the main menu. In the main menu, you'll have several push buttons here that will allow you to explore or review actual operations. You have a Configure push button, a Start Recording push button, a Power Off push button, as well as displays of general parameters, detailed recordings, harmonics and phasors, computer standards, and waveforms. This is a configuration training video, so we will now click on the configuration push button. Within this menu, you have several choices. The first one is Preferences, and on Preferences you can sort sessions by date or by name, as well as configurations. You can enable passwords or disable passwords for. You can specify the phase color, either European, USA, or Asia. I'm going to click on Undo, and I will now choose the Utilities. The Utilities menu allows you to test the charge circuit do a deliberate full discharge, or you can view battery details. We will go to back, and now we will select hookup. Hookup will allow you to make the selection for whatever type of service you are going to monitor, and what we will be monitoring today is a single split phase. I'm going to click on accept and record modes and times. Recording time, we're going to select 14 days. Click on accept. An adaptive store we will always use. Adaptive store provides you with up to a single cycle resolution on any changes that occur, even if you're recording up to 14 days. General parameters allows you to select the interval to record all over 500 inputs, that being all your voltage, current, power factor, bars, phase angle, and each harmonic on each input up to the 51st harmonic. We'll select 1 minute on this, and then you have a recycling first in, first out mode, which is a circular mode allowing you to overwrite the oldest data. I'm going to keep that on off. Click on accept. Detailed recording channels. This is where you can set up all your individual channels that the adaptive store process will work on. I'm going to clear all, and now I'm going to program the inputs. The first input it always defaults to is the RMS of voltage A phase, which, since it's a residential service, will be L1. I will now click on Suggest New Functions, and I will select L2 or the VBN, and then voltage neutral to earth. Calculated RMS voltage from A phase to B phase, or L1 to L2. RMS of L1, L2, and neutral. I am going to return to my list, and I've just programmed 8 channels. It's that simple. Click on accept. Flicker. The flicker push button allows you to set your short-term minutes assessment or long-term hours. I'm going to leave these at 10 minutes and 2 hours. I'll click accept, and input signals. You can set signals individually, or if you're monitoring the secondary of a potential transformer, you can click on that and actually put in the ratio of that PT. Same thing with the current group. You can select a secondary CT and put in the ratio of that, or if you're monitoring direct, you just select which range you will be using on the Rogowski coils that come standard with each of the PM7000s. Since it's a residential service, I'm going to select 400 amps and click on accept. Now we go to the waveform capture. Waveform capture has a couple different choices here. You have a first pass threshold, which will continue recording waveforms that exceed parameters until its buffer is full, or you can select greatest disturbances. With the PM7000, the greatest disturbances allows you to record the most significant disturbances over the recording period, no matter how long it is. If you're recording for 10 minutes or 14 days, you will continue to have that buffer completely full of the worst waveforms that are most significant over that programmed record time. You can set the pre and post buffers simply by clicking on the captured wave bracket. You can select signals to be captured, either voltage or current, voltage and current, all the voltage inputs or all the current inputs. I selected all voltage and all current since I want to record all phases at the same time. Triggers to be used: you have transient, ring, notch, sag, surge, THI, and THD. You can either choose those by using the set button or deselect them. I am going to leave them selected. And now you have a calculation method. We are the only ones available today that will allow you to select either the IEEE 100 method of calculating apparent power or the power triangle. I will select the power triangle and click on accept. You can now select the memory usage. The unit has 128 megabytes of memory available, and I am going to set that to 32 megabytes. You also have detailed recording, and it shows you the proportions that are set for the also the detailed recordings, the general parameters, as well as the waveform capture. I will click accept here, and now I will click on back and back, and now we can actually start a recording. If I go to the main menu and click on start recording, it allows you to start the session name, and if you wanted to set that session name, I'm going to clear this and I'm going to call it the address, which is 100 space Main Street. The nominal voltage, I'm going to clear this and set it to 120 volts. Click on accept. Do I want to delete previous sessions or delayed start? Yes, I'm going to delete previous sessions. No, I am not going to set up a delay, and we will click on start. And this concludes the configuration portion of the PM7000 training video. Thank you.